Bye. We're gonna do the side thing. Okay. Who do I want to start? Where do I want to start with all of this? This is, okay. My panel, what do you want to tell me? Because I just found a clue. I didn't expect to find a clue, but I found a clue. And it was so stark that it was like a pair of panties in the fridge. You know what I mean? Like, it was like, what? Who, what? You know, it was weird. And I found it at the end of the day, the very tail end of the day. And I don't know how somebody could be that careless to just kind of leave it there. I don't understand. Like, how, like, was that implanted? It's gotta be. It was so careless. It reminded me of the mistakes of someone that was an ill-practicing Freemason, and he did spell work on me, and there were signs of it. Like, I noticed, like, I just didn't, but I was so new that I didn't realize it until in hindsight. So this particular thing, it just seemed like that careless. So I don't know if it was implanted there or not, but like, can you please tell me a little bit more about this thing? I was shuffling the cards, and this fell on my left side on the floor, which is the page of needles, or the page of swords. And then the other two were the ace of candles, or the ace of wands, and the two of swords in reverse. Okay, so this is like an unblocked opening, like shedding light on what's been discovered. But I wanted to do like a little boop, and then here we go, you know, pick another. So I decided, since this was delivered on my left side on the inbox on the floor, like being served, I was going to go ahead and just select another, and it was the Queen of Needles, or the Queen of Swords. And this is wonderful because I will find out. I do have superior access to knowledge and answers, so it's okay for me to find out. I feel like some people have been let out on the loose. How do I say it? Because, like, these are people that are that were naturally, like, tied up, you know, and so there's mischief here indicated. Now let me tell you what I found. I found a piece of, like, almost like yarn or something. Like, it was like this long. Okay, it was that long, caught in the conference room chair. It was like a piece of shawl, like wool, you know, and it was yellow. It was not a super bright yellow, but it was like a pale yellow. And it was caught in the third conference room chair, inwards. So someone was sitting there that isn't from our team. Do you understand? That was a female energy. And I'm basically the like a certain gatekeeper, basically, as an assistant to who goes there. And that was an obvious gathering. In fact, I've already had some suspicions about it based on, like, there being certain things being too clean, or certain things, like, that was very strange. So please tell me a little bit more about what was going on there. My panel, who was there? Who was there? Okay, this fell on the back of, like, my Achilles heel on my left foot. And this is extroverted, the devil. Oh my gosh. There's, like, rituals done over there at my work. Like, there's stuff happening there that's wrong. Do you understand? like this goes on somebody's foot, and the fact that it, like, it's either attached to that or that person, that's, you see, this is a devil card. So it's, and it fell on my, and you see the chains in the background? It fell on my left foot, like Achilles heel. So it's definitely somebody who, like, walks the left-handed path and is, like, causing harm. So there's dark energies in my work, and you know, and I already kind of knew that, but I didn't know that there were, like, for a matter of fact, that there were congregations, like certain meetings after the fact there, like with other people. I didn't 100% know that. I sensed that over time. Like I got certain messages of it, like clues into it. But then, you know, other, you know, when readers say something about, like, oh, something's happened, it's your family that's turning against you. I know that it's not my blood family. I know what they're talking about. It's all pertaining to the work arena, and like your mother. So that's the person that's assigned to be my boss anyway. And like siblings, that's the co-workers. Living room or family room, that's the office, the common area of the work atmosphere. So when there's drama that strikes in there, like I like, oh, it's just crazy to me, because it's like I know who's fucking who, based on, like, the subtleties. I know the history. It's not just like nobody told me, but I just know. I know who's fucking on different realms of the hierarchy, who's crossover fucking, who's, like, you know, it's crazy. It's it doesn't matter if you've been there for 2 years versus 20 years. Like, I know who's fucking who. I don't know what to say, but there's more than just fucking going on. And, like, whose baby is whose, and, like, it's not just about the politics that are going on in there, but it's, like, massive amount of drama strewn into there. It's like they are so messy. So this is 100% showing me that there are meetings there and certain workings and rituals that are happening over there. In fact, like the cleaning people over there, every single day they vacuum the offices. They make sure it's, like, pristine like that. But in the common area, which is the bulk of the area, they never ever vacuum. They allow things to, like, compile and congest. And it's just crazy to me, because I asked about it and I got no response. I put in a little ticket to the landlord. Nobody just said anything. I even mentioned it to the boss, and he could care less, but he was just like, oh, really? That's strange. You know? He was like, that is, says a lot. So it's like they're accumulating certain things that they can gain energetics on. And I know I'm protected. Like, I know 100% for sure that I am absolutely protected. Given the massive amounts of trespassing. So, like, tell me a little bit more. Enlighten me, my my divine panel. What do you want to say? I don't know how they could be that messy, like super duper messy. Knight of Presence, so Knight of Pentacles, extroverted, Death, extroverted, and Temperance, extroverted. That's interesting. That's an interesting combo. And it fell on the right side, on the right foot, between my drink and my foot. Okay. So on my doing side, there's something about, okay, let's look at it inverted first on a reversal kind of thing. So for me, on my doing side, my manifestation side, there is a certain delivery to me on things being transformed. And I know this through deep undercurrents. I know this. So it's imagining all of this, because it's inverted, but it's also in reversal, but it's directly to me on my manifestation side. So that's my kickback. Those are the perks of what's happening for me, okay? Based on my energetic imprint and what I have already gestured out into the world. It remains consistent. This is absolute follow through. I mean, the Temperance and the Death card, I'm getting somewhat of like, almost like, it seems like a drowning, but it's kind of like, it's the deep undercurrents, like the deepest subtleties. And so that's delivered to me. Like it's very undercover. You see like a chart right there. So that's what's happening there. Okay. On the extroverted plane, what is it saying? Like, what is it emitting to the outskirts? This is so what it's manifesting out there is things are being balanced, which means that things are going according to plan. It's taken some time, and it's taking some time, but it means the end of certain energies, certain energetics. And this may certainly happen with no interference, but accentuating within the full moon time. There's at least 2 energetics that are going to meet their demise on this to balance things out. You see? That is what's shown. That is what that's what's revealed. And there's something about poisoning here. They tried to poison me. I don't know what that's it. They tried to poison me. You know, so anytime that I consume anything there, I've learned to cleanse it and bless it. And I know how like strange and out of this world it may be just to kind of will it, but I trust in my my bonds, my connections, my abilities. And so I don't know. I'm just, I think that they haven't been effective in poisoning me, but it was certainly documented in order to contribute and validate the death of their own. See, things are going according to plan. Absolutely. Wow. Okay. Anything else that you want to say on my panel, my divine panel? What would, like, okay, so you said who was there, okay? Tell me more about this clue, this thing that I found. Because as soon as I found it, as I was taking the picture, the boss in writing, she came out of her office to come out and look. So I am definitely being monitored there. Justice in reverse on my right Achilles heel. So yeah, like the bats are out of the closet. Right? So it's in reversal. They're making their way out. I don't know what else to say about that. Bottom of the deck, King of Wands. My networks. And then Four of Wands in reverse. This character broke away from this grouping because his ancestors actually reached out and motivated him, encouraged him to branch out. Oh yeah, for sure, to branch out. So this person is going through, obviously is going through a transformation, and like has made like a featurette, almost like an unexpected appearance, like a comeback. Without a horse. So this is more like discreet in energetics. More of a surprise, to be more accurate. Okay, top of the deck. 9 of Swords in reverse, so don't need to stress whatsoever. What does this mean, though, you know? What does it all mean? Like, is that kind of like a warning for me to step out? Because, like, anytime, like, I kind of weasel out to do, like, to go on a break, let me tell you, it's so weird. Like, the places that we go to and places that we're surrounded by are all part of our client list, in close proximity to our client list. Like, the building next to us is one of our, you know, big accounts, you know, like big mediators, basically, our middlemen. And nobody ever, like, thought to, like, say, oh, you know, like, when you're part, like, of the welcoming party or during orientation, that you would think is going to be part of the, part of, like, the conversation, like, oh yeah, we're so lucky to be, like, neighbors with, you know, so-and-so, and yeah, sometimes we go out to lunch. No, it's all hush. It's all quiet. They're literally, like, the next building over. What the fuck? You know? And then when we went to that brewery, or that bar area, I was like, yeah, you know, this client is right over here. I'm like, oh, really? Really? Are you sure? I said, yeah. Didn't you see their name up there? I think it's branded with just their name, so you gotta be big. But it's crazy because you've been in this area for 10 to 15 years, and it's all new to you. What? You travel internationally. You go out to lunch and, like, these you know, these big showings. Like, no, don't play dumb with me. Like, this is intense, crazy, and it's just like, this is crazy. So the Fool card in reverse, and then there's one that fell on my foot, but 2 of Wands and the Sun card in reverse. So, I've sized things up correctly. Like, there's a divide. You see? Like, they're both kin energy. Like, between the 2 buildings, like, they're both snakes. I see it. I know it. Like, I see it. Like, ta-da, eureka. I see. That's crazy. So something about being suspended here. But on my right foot, what felt extroverted? 4 of Swords, Page of Wands, inverted the Magician, extroverted the Moon, inverted the Hanged Man, and 5 of Pentacles extroverted. So what does that mean? That's crazy. I'm curious about what my fellow readers would say about this, what they would divine off of this. But anyway, 4 of Swords, something to think about for sure. Now that Tina absolutely knows and has professed it, her knowing. Page of Wands, extroverted. So it's starting to think about things, you know. This is kind of like the tally marks, but there's a one-off here. There's an anomaly. Like when you do tally marks, it's a total of 5, right? No, 1 straight up is missing. 1 straight up is missing. So there's an anomaly in the notches. So somebody did not calculate things correctly, like did not expect for me to find out the things that I've found out. And so this is giving some people something to really, really think about. And this, I don't know why this reminds me of like Bart Simpson, like, you know, just kind of, hey guys, she's catching on. And now it's like set in stone. Like I can't unsee what I've seen. I can't scoot it under the rug and say like, oh, I'll just, you know, it's a sticky note later, you know, it's just a little memo. I'll you know, just, I'm not going to call it a red. It's just like something that's suspicious. But now it's like, I can't undo what I just saw. The Magician inverted. With the Moon card extroverted. I'm supposed to read this now as a pillar, okay? Because it's like, it's jagged the way it is. There's a huge, like, crevice between. And so with this discovery, it's kind of like, when I work on myself, I'm manifesting whatever's like happening on the outskirts. And I think that's the truth for anybody. But there's almost like an unraveling. You know, the things that are learned here are very much in the guise of the moon. And there's an audience here. You see a lot of pumpkin heads right here. But at the same time, it's like their grounds are kind of warded where they do certain energetics there. And I can't give them that much weight or that much power. Because again, I'm supposed to be objective to the extras. To me, they're extras. Like my divine panel is telling me that all of these energetics are not main characters. They're just extras in my big ass story here. Yeah, I don't know. Like I'm the head magician, and a lot of people for a long time have wanted to not believe that. But now I'm proving myself right and them absolutely you know, in the wrong. But 5 of Pentacles extroverted. It's like I don't know why these people feel like with me being as privy to this information and practice that it puts them in a lacking. But I think that's part of my magic in the ward that I have, kind of like rubber ducky energy. Like it's an inner child that is kind of protecting me. Yeah, inner child with like the jagged teeth, like yeah. Yeah, very unsuspecting. So it's like they have been picking on somebody who who they perceive to be of a smaller size, like of a lesser being, or wanting to believe that I am. So it's like, why don't you pick on somebody your own size is what the divine is telling them. It's kind of like that. It's like, yeah, even this duck, that's where it is. 5 of presents. So there's 5 presents here, but there's also 5 bullet wounds in that duck. Do you understand? Like, that's crazy. And the duck has connected the dots. The duck has its own chariot. The duck has the key stuck onto that chariot, and even though the string is visually gone, there are energetic cords that are pulling it through. So they don't know, like, these energetics that have picked on me work on, you know, like aesthetics, like the visual display of wealth, and so I was like some version of the Trojan horse. They didn't know that I could pull my own weight or get pulled through, that I would make it this far. And so they don't understand the magic that I have. They just know that I have it, and it's 100% proven now. So they're kind of taking it personal. They have something to think about, for sure. Like, what do they bring to the table? Like, all this time that was invested, all these energetics that were invested, undercover, for sure, they have gone through a severe amount of deductions. Like, how do I say it? Not deductions, losses, struggles that they did not speak of, that they just kind of like scooted under the rug, like, don't say anything, or, you know, but like, I know that for a fact. I know it. Like, it is ingrained in my memory, like, forever, that when I did the divination on somebody's gonna slip and fall or whatever, and then the very next morning, the boss of the branch comes in, smelling, reeking of tiger balm, and limping. And other iterations of things that are happening like that. Like, I cannot undo what I already know. And the fact that I've put it out there into existence, and everybody in the arena has already witnessed it too. What, you're gonna erase everybody's memory? Like, you can't fucking do that. It's already out there. So like, no matter how you try to discipline or brainwash people or erase memories or whatever, or write over them, you can't undo my magic. That's insane. So I don't know what else, like, like, what I'm doing over there anymore. I don't know what the next stage is, like, with all of this. Like, that was insane, seeing such a big clue. People are getting messy, you know what I mean? Careless messy. And someone for sure is going to be, what do you call it? Disciplined for that. You know, someone is going to be massively disciplined for that. Like, we're not talking about just probation here. There's going to be suffering incurred because of that error. Because, and it's not just going to be on the individual that left that there, but it's going to be, there's disciplinary measures on everyone who did not catch that. Isn't that insane? Bottom of the deck, 7 of Pentacles. Just be patient. Just wait and see. Just wait and see. The times are coming. Yeah. These are like ticking time bombs. Like, everything's been wrapped. It's ready to go. It's just about to be distributed, and the time's gonna come where somebody's gonna think like, oh, it's a reward, and then like, nope. That's interesting. So there's a variety of surprises here. What's beneath that? Judgment! Oh my gosh! Holy smokes! My divine team they don't disappoint. Oh my god! I just wagged my booty. But like, look at that rap sheet! Holy shit! Oh my god! That is an insane receipt. That's like a CVS receipt on steroids. Holy smokes! And it's still being written. Oh. It's Santa. Oh my gosh, that is insane. I didn't even know. That's crazy. Okay, oh, is that... Okay, we remember the full card in reverse. Talk about suspension. Top of the deck. What's the secrets of the sauce? Queen of Wands in reverse. Ill practitioners. And like, we're talking about not just the ill intent, but they're becoming ill. Like, there's a lot of dental appointments, let me tell you. They're like an insane amount. I've never heard of such, like, so many, like, in community, like, dental appointments. Both bosses and the assistant boss, too. And whoever else isn't saying anything. But that's a lot. That's a lot. And every time the person that's assigned to be my boss in writing, every time she smiles, I can see like the black, like part, the gap between her cap teeth and her gums. And I can see like the, like it's a mask for like her teeth. And I'm not making fun of people with cap teeth. I am 100% not. It's a fact that the mask is very real to the workings. People are falling apart because, like, what do you call it? You know, like, talking about dental records, like, if you incinerate this or whatever, like, you can still identify the body through the dental records, right? The fact that they're losing their identity through their ill workings, like, the organic material doesn't even want to be associated with them anymore. It's, like, effectively, like, evacuating the premises because they're ill workings. Like, it is such a divine disgrace is what I'm hearing. And so they're falling apart. Like, like they're actively dying. That's so insane. That's so insane. But it's always apparent now with such vanity in all of these things that are just priorities that are misplaced. Such selfishness, such greediness. It's they've been marked. Okay, I want to know what's underneath that. Isn't it? Yeah. Holly says yes. 3 of Pentacles in reverse. Oh, they're on the chopping block. Look at that. Their head is on the chop. They just chopped off their own head. That's insane. Oh, that looked like the head, and that looked like it was missing. That's what it looked like there. It's in reversal. You see, there's people aspiring to be just like them, trying to carry all of this wealth or whatever. But all this energetic is to this person is just another thing, you know, just another thing. And it's sad because these people, like, don't realize it, or they choose to overlook it because of the wanting to be part of, like, the whole thing, to experience it. So anyway, that's their life. But anyway, that's what's happening. They're on the chopping block. They put their own head on the chopping block. Yeah, and 100% because they're also leading these energetics to fall in the same demise. But what fell on my foot, Queen of, I have major, what do you call it? Magic. It fell on my right toes. Extroverted. I got a lot of good magic. My toes nose and my nose toes. What? My nose is on the toe. My nose. Something like that. I don't know why I keep getting that message here. My toes, nose, something like that. I don't know. It's something about Ruth Magic. Anyway, that's insane. That is insanity. But it's the truth of it. See, I told you, every day is just different. Okay, Freya, what do you want to say? What do you want to say pertaining to this reading? 7 of potions, 7 of cups. Oh yeah, it fell also on the charging cord, but it was like inside the charging cord loop. So on what's on my inbox is these new spell work too, new concoctions, new resources, new options are very much energized and protected. What's coming inwards on my inbox is absolutely energized, charged, like crystals basically, and protected. It's like inner circle stuff. Thank you, Freya. Freya's like, she's magical. Oh, and then Athena is next because I see like a spider thing right there. So Athena, what do you want to say? What do you want to say pertaining to this reading? The Emperor in reverse. All hell is breaking loose. Basically, this is actual war for sure. But I've got like the strongest energetics. Do you remember that team in what do you call it? Lord of the Rings. Those the people, the knights or the kings that had to avenge, or like, you know, how do I say it? They're basically ghosts, but they came in and what do you call it? Decimated the orcs, like a huge array of the, like, yeah, it certainly set the precedence for sure. So Athena's definitely here. Talking about the execution list. Yeah, the bucket list. Some are gonna kick the bucket for sure. That's insane. With that CVS list, it will be accounted for. The losses will be accounted for sure. And this is pertaining also to like wrapping up the reading that I just did. Like, what is it, May 9th? That's so like interesting. All right, so okay, so we did Freya, Athena, Hecate. What do you want to say? Oh, we got a surprise here. Oh, 3. Page of Cups, Queen of Cups, and 10 of Cups in reverse. Holy smokes. This is wonderful. This is wonderful. This is creativity within intuition, but doing this like team, like in a way that's done like a team. So oh my gosh, Hecate! I just like today I had to brush up. I was like, what is she all about? Magic, sorcery, spell work, the moon card. Holy smokes! Like, can you? This is perfect. This is perfect representation of backing me, because like it's not just, you know, those on my level, but like also novice level, like younglings that I am teaching effectively, like that are seated with me, and it's wonderful. So I have the reach of different generations, which means different walks of life, different dialects. And we're talking about not just different walks of life within like a certain generation, but like layers, like different realms of generations. So that's excellent. Super duper. This is like mermaid feels too. If you could see those gills. Something about Vince Gill that I'm supposed to divine anyway. I don't. Okay. Anyway, 10 of Cups in reversal. This is like inner absolute fulfillment, happiness. Like this is wonderful. Like the magic, all of the like I'm a concoction in itself. In myself, yeah. So Hecate is actually bestowing me a shit ton of like and what is it? I'm a live document, like a live grimoire. grimoire. Anyway, Hecate is giving me that. Thank you, Hecate. That's wonderful. Like, you know, and it's also like message in a bottle. Nah. Oh my gosh. The things that I'm going to be concocting, they have a sting. They have a sting to them. Because of that song. Message in a bottle. I don't remember the rest of the lyrics, but that's bullshit. Okay, so we did Freya, Athena, Hecate, and now Goddess Kali. Kali, what do you want to say? Oh, it's facing me. Okay, she wants to tell me first. She's so sweet. Okay, so what is this? 9 of Wands in reverse, or 9 of Candles in reverse, Queen of Pentacles in reverse, and 5 of Swords. Or Needles. So this is kind of like a showdown between bosses, but Jack wins, you know. So, but the showdown is with like someone who is the person that's assigned to be in Boston writing. Like I'm beating her for sure. So much so that I don't have to clock in all the time to win. Like I'm kind of like winning in my sleep. And there's something about that here. Like I don't always have to show up. You know, like she rolls in like she only comes in like half a day basically. For any to like it is very, 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 very seldom that she shows up for a whole day. So I know that they're, like, when she says that she's taking care of, like, oh, she has an appointment, she has a meeting in the morning, or she's on the phone, or whatever, or I had to wake up at 5 o'clock in the morning, 3 o'clock in the morning. That's all bullshit. Those are one-offs. Those are just excuses, like, so that she can engage in fuckery, like, private phone calls where she can, you know, try to, like, do, like, summations of black magic or whatever. I 100% know this. I don't give a shit if anybody, like, doesn't believe it. If you are in my arena, you would know. Unless you're a sellout, you know what I mean? So, that's the only way you would not know, is if you yourself are a sellout. 100%. So anyway, 9 of Wands in reverse, Queen of Pentacles in reverse, and the 5 of Swords. So, Goddess Kali wants me to know that just because I don't have the title of a boss, it gives me leverage in being objective. Like, I still hold the power. It is still within. I still hold a lot of love in me. As the Queen of Pentacles. Like, that's a lover of all sentience, even like those that are beneath the surface. And all of us, you know, have encountered hard times. So there's no bias to that. But when you choose to act a fool, when you choose deliberately, choose to be ignorant and defile divinity, then that's where I have to come in and put you in your place. 100%. You leave me no choice. And so, like, I pick my battles. I don't show up to all of them, and in that aspect, I always win. So I'm personally guided by some wonderful divine feminine warriors. Absolutely. We've already seen the many faces of those representations. With all these divine feminines that have, you know, shown their face on my panel. It's wonderful. It's wonderful. Yeah, it was excellent. So there's that. Okay. Thank you, Goddess Kali. Anubis. Is Anubis next on here? Oh yeah, Anubis. Okay. So Anubis, what would you like to say about, you know, per this reading? 3 of Swords in reverse and the Empress in reverse. Master number 33. I also have numerology number 6. Energetics within me. Also the Lover's card hidden in the plain sight. But this is this is an Empress that can do some major damage. But this is underworld damage. This is someone, you know, with Anubis in assisting me with acclimating and, you know, with transitory like secret what is it, secret passages, and also secret passages, like this is also going with Hecate, secret passages that no one else is privy to. I get to have the luxury of that. So if there is a target beneath the surface, I'm gonna hit it. I'm gonna hit it right. It's dead on accurate. It's targeting exactly what it should and who it should. So there's something about the clarity when I execute it. So if I'm put up to a certain task, a certain mission, put up against a certain boss or organization or whatnot, I'm accurate in that reach as well. Anubis. Yeah, I patched it up together. Like I can figure it out. Yeah. Because I understand, like, the things that need to be patched up too. But this is done with love, for sure. You see, she's carrying the thread. Holy smokes. I have the answers. And so this isn't done with, like, the intent to write someone off. It's to address the things that need to be mended. And sometimes that has to happen with the way I'm guided to handle things. I'm going to leave it at that. They want me to just leave it there. Okay. Thank you, Anubis. Okay, Archangel Michael, what do you want to say? What do you want to say with regards to this? 8 of Cups in reverse and 10 of Swords in reverse. This is wonderful. This is the ultimate comeback Phoenix energy. This kind of reminded me of, like, kind of a pincushion energetic, but it goes right through it. I was called to, you know, think it but not say it because it wasn't as thorough in its delivery of context. But now that we have it here, this is you know, my panel being absolutely thorough. So our energetics match. This is rising Phoenix energy, the ultimate comeback. This is kind of like resuscitation. Yeah. This is wonderful, huh? Okay. Thank you, Archangel Michael. Archangel Raphael, would you do the honors? Last but not least, what do you want to say for this reading? Ace of Pentacles in reverse and the Hierophant. This has all been contracted. Absolutely funded by the divine. Like holler at you. I got and Athena is also backing this too. This is so strange. This is the announcement that some have dreaded. But this is, why am I hearing water under the bucket? I don't know why. Because it looks like, you know, a rain spout, but it's like, and then there's a bucket. Something that's weird. I've never heard of that term before. Something, water under the bucket. I don't know. But this is like the forever pentacle. This is golden ticket. I mean, we see Mickey Mouse in a tuxedo cape here, kind of like a Transylvanian Showtime Mickey Mouse kind of thing, with the Joker smile. But this is a golden ticket that gets you basically. This is the all access pass that I have. But there's an announcement here. There's so Archangel Raphael knows how to have a good time, good sense of humor, a healer at that. I feel like I need to get one more card here as a clarifier. You tell me what's up, okay? Ten of Wands in reverse and the Lover's card in reverse. There's a lot of fire, a lot of passion underneath the surface. Almost burdensome. Like, people are reluctant to say. But at the same time, there's something about a release. It's kind of like you either claim it or you don't. But it's definitely known. 16 here, 10 and the 6. So there's a tower moment in this announcement, in this like divulging. It's a decisive thing. Like, it's a firm decision, whether you make it or the universes make it for you. So there's something about that. Okay. Okay. What is my ultimate summation of a takeaway here? 8 of Pentacles, 6 of Wands in reverse, and the Chariot in reverse. So this is something about my mastery. Every time I drop a delivery, my helpers are able to work on it. So once I drop the delivery, it's pending victory and moving forward, like moving places, going places, really. So once that is done, like, drop the delivery, and then I take a break, and then there's victory, and there's like movement. So it's kind of like being charioted, but this is like an absolute triumph from all the things that I've invested. So it's constant, you know. And again, Athena here, leading the victory, and ultimately variations of Anubis. And obviously Hecate, a big one there, making a big point. And And Freya is obviously with me, you know, with this fertility thing here. And then there's Archangel Michael, you know, with the red and green there. And obviously in the background, like supporting all of this, is Archangel Raphael. What else is here? Goddess Kali is part of the victory on the indigo portion here. Different hues of it. Oh my gosh, my ear is like shaking a little bit. You know, like, yeah, so there's that. That's excellent. So that's where we're going. 55:46 now on the clock. Thanks very much for all donations provided in light and love. I certainly appreciate it. Especially, well, only if they're reciprocated equally in light and love, of light and love. Thank you very much. I call back all my energy, all my power to pass through the white light of the Holy Spirit and through the light of my divine panel for cleansings, for blessings, and refortification back within me. Hassle-free, no bother, but all bonus points, most definitely. Thanks so much. Now, upon closing the portals in this reading, actually, let's do it like this. Give me a second. Upon closing the portals in this reading, I send all energies back to their appropriate locations outside of mine with their appropriate karmas due, assisting with a sequence of rollout in light and love. I close the portals in this reading. Now.